Huzzah, everybody. Quick thing, you will have to forgive me for the sound of my voice. I went on a 2-day bender and screamed so loud to heavy metal music that I've kind of lost my voice a little bit. So I'll try and be as loud as I can, but you just have to bear with me. And you remember how I was talking about how my new City Skylines Season 2 is an apocalyptic scenario? Well, it got me thinking about a game, and that game is FrostPunk. Now, I do have FrostPunk on the PC, but I don't have a PC, so I'm making do with the next best thing. And that is the PS4 version, which, after playing a small little taste test to try and get used to the controls, is actually not that bad. Now, I'm not going to do an endless mode. I'm going to do something I've never done with the PC version. I'm actually going to play the game. So, we're going to do a new home, which is the main scenario. Not going to watch cutscenes or anything like that. If you want to do that, there's people who do playthroughs with full cutscene stuff. We're just going to have fun, or we're going to skip to the game stuff and try and survive. Okay, a new home. If you're not familiar with the thing behind FrostPunk, the kind of like the lore and stuff like that, basically the entire world has gone to pot. And the British Empire decided, because this is set during the 1800s, the British Empire decided to do what it could and try and keep people alive. Now, I'm pretty sure a new home focuses around the survivors of London, which is kind of cool. I do believe there is an expansion that focuses around the survivors of Liverpool, which we should have just burnt them all to the ground. But we have to survive. So, FrostPunk, but the game's been out for a while now. I actually love this game. It's got a really nice mixture of steampunk and all this kind of like fun. Basically, I'm a dictator who rules over this land. So, I do know a few things, but I want to try and do this as efficiently as possible and not just have everybody murdered. So, learning the controls, I do know the basic stuff. And what I want to do real quick is I just want to get people out, gathering all my kind of stuff. Now, the reason I've paused the game is because I want to make sure that I do everything correct. And I'm also trying to remember the controls. They're a lot different to the PC controls. So trying to figure everything out is going to be a pain in the ass, but don't worry. I've got it. So I'm going to start off with one of them, and then, there we go, we can kick it into high gear. So, we have this giant phallic machine that is our steam core, or our generator, and basically the entire thing is we must survive for as long as possible and uncover the story that is FrostPunk. I don't know why I went David Boy then, but I went David Boy. So, as you can see, we've got people building, which is kind of cool. We've got people going out over here. I hope I didn't send any engineers to a place that I don't need them, because I need my engineers. But quick little rundown. So, top left corner, we have, from the left going into the right, we have coal, wood, steel, steam cores. Okay, we have our time just underneath that, and we can speed up time and slow down time. Okay, and then on the right side we have raw food, which is the cliche food looking option. Let's just slow this down and get some of these guys in so we can do some research, which I will be doing fast gathering straight off the bat. But yeah, we have the raw food, and then next to that we have cooked food, because you have to send people out, hunter-gatherers, you have to go do that. We've kind of gone like, even though we have technology, we've gone back to a primitive time of killing stuff and just yeah, there's no Twinkies, let's put it that way. And then under that, you see that we're on day 1, we're vastly approaching day 2, 3, 4, and as you can see, just past day 4, there is a little cold blue icon, which means that the temperature is going to drop, because as you can see, big dead center of the top, minus 20 degrees C. The temperature drops. When the temperature drops, it gets a lot harder for people to live, so we have to work on doing all this kind of stuff. Now, I can turn on temperature gauge, which is kind of cool, so I can actually see the temperature. And we do have, of course, a key. So we have chilly, livable, comfortable, cold, very cold, freezing. Pretty simple. So you can see at the minute, this is nice and comfortable. It's kind of awesome. And you can actually like focus on all the workers going around. It's kind of cool. So my plan is pretty simple. work everyone to death. There you go. Bish bash bosh. But I want to get a city properly set up. Now, how do I want to do it? What have we got over here? Oh, hello. Let me guess. Turn the generator on. Oh no. A woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city. Don't worry, lass. We'll find them. But I want to make sure that I get everything. So, right here we've got crates, steel. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where I want to plan my city, because this is a city planner. It is a city planning game, as it were. Now, we do have workforce shifts as well, which is kind of why I love this game, because it's, even though it's dead simple, you know, don't die, it just works. Yes, I will turn on the generator. So, we turn the generator on. Look at that. You'll see the snow dissipate around it because there's a radius around this thing where people need to live. I'll provide shelters for everyone, don't you worry. So, what I want to work on... Well, first things first, what I want to work on with this is I want to set up... Oh, no, I want to do that. I want to go back to my tech tree and I want to work on... So I've just done faster gather on that. Steam hub. I want to do a steam hub because instead of doing what I would normally do, which if we go into the build menu and we select the tents, you'll see that we build on a radial menu. So we have a radial menu and we build on a circle around this thing. Now normally I just smack a bunch of tents down, done, you know, let's move on. But I don't want to do that. Now I can actually rotate them a little bit, and I'm going to put, how much is it per, it's 10. I can only build 5 at the minute. I need 8 altogether. Crap. Real quick, let's go to this. Can I discontinue that? There we go. So I now have 60, which means I should be able to build 6. I'm also trying my best to not lose my voice, because at some point it will go. Trust me, it'll just disappear. So do you know what we'll do? I want to build it on a way that works, because I do plan to implement a steam hub. So I could do that. Right, yeah, that'll do for now. It's not cold enough for them to give a shit. And to be honest, it means they don't actually have to go that far away from work. Let's grapple on this. What's this? The wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demand... Oh my god, I've just realised they call me Captain. I didn't put that in there. They call me Captain. That's kind of cool. Captain, when facing demand, remember... Yeah, basically make sure everything works out fine. Now, I have 1 day, 22 hours, as you can see in the bottom left corner, to provide shelters for 8 people, which means 8. Please tell me I've got enough. Ooh, I've got just enough for that. I will have to build 8 shelters fully, and I have 6. Was it 2, 4, 6? Yes, but what I need is more wood. So obviously, some people felt yes, which is very annoying. If people don't have a place to sleep, they will generally gather around the nice hot places, as you can see right here. But they're also technically out in the snow, so bad things happen. Consider... No, I will not do the emergency shift. What I will do... In fact, no, I will do the emergency shift because it leads on to the extended shift. And yes, and we can only sign a new law every day, which is kind of fun. Now, people are going to start getting ill, and people are going to start getting sick if I don't hurry up. So there's 2 things that I need to do. I need to gather more resources, which is great because my coal is going back up. And then, using that, I am going to continue this road this way, so I can build more houses. Once the roads are done, I will be fine. Okay, so they just depleted all that. I'm going to put 15 people back to work right there. I don't want to... I don't want to run too much of my stuff at the minute. That just depleted that, which is good, but it's also kind of bad. So what I do want to do is continue my little avenue. So what's that? Is that? Yeah, okay, so this will bring me to 8, I believe. I have 60 out of 80, which means I need 2 things left to build. Now, do I have what I need? Technically, yes. We're going to stick down a cookhouse, and we're going to stick that nice and close to the center like that. And then hunter's hut. I don't really have to worry about a hunter's hut. But you know what? I'm going to stick that next to that as well. So that is basically just put down everything that I need except for health. I need to make sure that people stay nice and healthy. So on this side, I'm going to put that down. Now, obviously I'm now out of resources, which is sad, but people need shelter, promise, stay. Hope rises. I do have 2 bars I forgot to mention at the bottom of the screen. Discontent and hope. I have no idea what I just clicked. So discontent is the less happy my people are by me not filling their needs, the worse that gets. As that fills up, eventually things will happen to the point where they can kill me. Because yes, I am technically in this game, which is quite funny. So I do want to research something new, and it is Steam hubs. Because I don't have the stuff for it. We don't have long until the first chill. Research shortage. Yeah, yes, we're going to do extended shift. We're going to have a nice 14 hour day. But what I want to do for that is I want to put down a gathering hub, which at the minute means, to be honest, nothing. I have 5 engineers available and I want to keep them alive. How much wood have we got left in here? We have 91. Alright, so with that 91 wood, I need to be able to set up a... No, where is it? Okay, I only need 15. That's cool. And I'm probably going to set it up over here. Wood crates, steel. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that we'll get to later on, but I want to be able to research my Steam hub to keep people nice and healthy and in hot areas. How are we doing? Not too bad. Yeah, look at that. We're on 7 wood an hour. And we've just depleted that coal, which is okay because let's drop it back down to that. Let's go do some building. So I want a gathering post, which with a gathering post, I don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. But you've probably noticed there are 2 things right here. That is for a wall drill, which will allow me to drill wood directly from the wall. And I think that one's for a coal drill in the wall. I can't remember. No, that's steel. That's coal. So I don't know what. Oh, that'll be a thing to get it because you can leave. You can leave for freedom. You can actually leave the crater that you're in to gather resources from other places, and of course, explore, because you have to send expeditions out to find the lost people, because not everybody made it, sadly. So I'm going to do that, which is great. So that connects that, and with the people in here, when it's built, I will be gathering directly from wood, and steel, which is good. So let's get that built, because when that's built, we'll all be happy. Alright, so we've got it down. Here it is. Now the cool thing is, if I go into this, you'll see it generates its own heat. Now, what you're about to witness is a cold drop. So I will speed up time to the point where it's about to drop, because there it goes. So everything now, apart from around the Steam hub, is pretty much dang cold. It's workable, but it will have an effect on people. Now we don't have to worry because it's not going to stay cold for long, but the Hunter's Hut allows it to keep itself nice and warm. I only have 20, is that 2 days? How much, I don't know, I can't see how much I have left. 20 hours, I have 20 hours of coal left, which is not good. So I will have to send some people out into the cold, which is a bad thing, because sending people out into the cold means they're pretty much going to get frostbite or die, which is not good, because then I have to take care of them, and I don't want to take care of them because I'm an evil dictator. So, screw it. Though, getting another tech thing in is great because this is a really cool thing. When I build these two buildings, if I've built them close enough together, they should build a bridge. And by building a bridge, I'm pretty sure they actually share heat. Oh, I just realised I did not stock that up. And let me guess. Oh, we might just get steam hubs. Oh, we got steam hubs. Perfect. Yes, let me guess. This person got frostbite. Yes, we must do something. So for that, I'm going to go with radical treatment. So, every time you want to sign a new law, you're given two options. Most of the time, you're just given one, and it will branch off to somewhere. Hence, you know, most of the areas like this. But I have the choice between radical treatment or to sustain life. Now, radical treatment, the gravely ill will be treated in medical posts, which is great, so the people who are like desperately ill get treated, and hope will rise. However, 30% of the people that are treated will end up as amputees, which means they can't be part of your workforce, and discontent will rise slightly. Or I could do sustain life, which means that they will be kept alive but untreated in medical posts. Hope will rise, but the gravely ill will not be treated and remain a burden, and they will take up beds in my medical posts, which means I need to build more medical posts, which means I need more engineers to staff those, and so on and so on. So, radical treatment is just the way to go, because it'll treat them, it'll get them out there, and even if they have to be amputees, it's better than being dead. So, here's a cool thing. Steam hubs. When you build a steam hub, it generates a radius of heat. As you know, tend to do when you generate any form of heat, you have a radius. Blow something up, stand a couple of miles away, you'll feel it. So, placing them comes in handy. Now, I could just stick it down right on top of this, but it'd be a waste because the generator itself in the middle generates heat. So, I could stick it out here, which means I'm not going to heat everything, or I could stick it nice in here, have a little bit of overlap, and it'll work. So, hopefully, once that's done, I can get something else going. So, how much wood do I have? 50 wood left, but that's okay because we've got people gathering it back there. So I think the next thing to do would be hunter gear. Basically allows me to get more food every time people go out on a hunt, which is good. Now, sadly, it's too cold for my cookhouse to function at the minute. That coal should be enough. We can bring people in out of the cold. We should have enough to keep going. Now, the cool thing about steam hubs is you can actually set them to work at a specific time. So, I could do 6 o'clock to 8, or 8 to 6, and so on and so on. So if I do that now, it turns off. If I do that now, it turns off. Or if I just leave it on 24-hour. In homes, best thing to do is leave it on 24-hour in the home area that I've got going. Leave it on 24-hour basically means house is always nice and warm, which is good, because it means you're not coming back to a really shitty cold house. Now, the steam hub is currently working at its best, and it's only just brought the things up because we've dropped down to -40. Though, as you can see, we are about to rise, as it were, to a nice bit of heat pretty soon. Now, sadly, I'm probably going to run out of coal. There is a reason I'm going to run out of coal, and that's because I'm not sending anyone with coal. But here is my solution to this: a coal thumper. We pump pressurized water into underground coal deposits and bring it to the surface. This is going to come very in handy because once all this wood runs out here, and the cool thing is I don't actually have to, I'm bringing in 2.2 an hour of steel and 4.6 an hour of wood. I don't have to stack these people here, which is great. But once this all runs out, which it looks like it might do today, I can stick down a coal thumper, and a coal thumper is a resource machine that brings the coal to the surface for people to then pick up and put it into the furnace. Thus, I can simply just build one right next to this gathering post within a radius, and it'll do it for me. How cool is that? Now, what I will do, just to make sure I don't run out of coal, is send 15 people out there to get that real quick. Now, we have 93% efficiency because of the coal, but there we go. That's what I wanted. Can I build it? Yes. I have the stuff. So I can rotate this thing around as well. So I can put it in direct connectivity. Where those little circles are, that's where the coal deposit's going to turn up. Which is good, because now we know where we can place it. So I could go like that, which would throw it off a little bit. So I'm actually going to go right there. And then, of course, got to connect it with a road. Always got to connect with a road. But there we go. That will now work to its best. And the cool thing is, I can set another one of these going off. And we're getting quite a bit done, which is not bad. I think I will go for extra. So every time I want to increase what I can research, a drawing board or whatever as you go down has to be done. 5 levels of extra research. I'm going to do this because it gets it out of the way and it gives me a little bit of extra time. And I think after we've got this coal thumper down, it'll probably be a good place to end, because I do feel my voice disappearing away. And it's, you know what? It's in good spirit as well to get this thing built as fast as possible, because we've only got 16 hours of coal left. What's this? To save the patient's life. Oh, we must do something about it. Prosthetics. Now, the prosthetics are down here. We will sign a care house. Care houses are a good thing. They look after people, which is great. Plus, I can actually build it really close to the medical post down here. So it's in the radius of that, and because it's one of those cool places, it builds it, and it's got a nice bit of heat. So what we're going to do, build a care house, and discontent will go down a bit. How cool is that? We've got 2 days and 21 hours. Done. Look at that. Care house promise fulfilled. Now if we look at this, if we go to the temperature menu, it's cold as fuck. Don't worry, day 6 is about to happen, and it'll rise. The temperature shall rise, which is good. I can turn this down now, and everybody who's working there could technically come work over here. But I'm going to need them to work here. Now, of course, it's a cold area, so I'm going to want to build a steam hub. Now, does this have any benefit towards the area? Yeah. Normally, I probably wouldn't build one right here because the gathering post stays decently warm. But we'll do it that way. Now, 12 people are sick, which is a shame. This I'm probably going to swap to just that. That way, we'll be fine. Now, the temperature is going to rise, which is great. Do I need to staff this? No, there is one guy in treatment, which is good. I do need, though, more engineers and more medical posts. But I can't do that because at the minute, I don't have the thing to go out. But the temperature's risen. Look at that. Wahey. Awesome. We do have only 2 hours of heat left. So we do kind of need people to start picking up coal. Because the generator is now shutting itself down, which is not good. Let's turn this bad boy back on. There we go. Hopefully we will generate enough coal. We're not going to generate enough coal. We can change that, which is really cool. We can actually tell people to work on this. So I could actually send 5 people to work on that. And it will help, because these people will pick up coal, and these people will pick up coal that'll work on that. In fact, where is that coal real quick? We'll max that out and then that'll be done. Let's get in close. Nope. There we go. Let's max that out with 9, which will be good. And I think next time I'm definitely going to aim towards getting an expedition, a research post built, which is a beacon. I get a beacon built, I can send people out and we can get more people in, which is what I need right now. In fact, we'll set that research going for next time. But, ladies and gentlemen, before my voice decides to finally disappear into the ethos, I will say thank you for joining me on FrostPunk. It's going to be a long-standing series, this FrostPunk, because this game kicks the ever-living crap out of you, which is great. I love it. I need a challenge, a proper challenge. But until the next time, everybody, you know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay awesome.